Viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again on this platform where we tell you undiluted truth. It is no longer news that Reno Omokri, the one mocking himself on the social media, used by himself, sponsored his own public humiliation and exposure. Since the public hearing he conducted, thinking that he will be able to manipulate Mike Arnold from America, who ripped him apart.
We have here some Americans on a fact-finding mission, and I'll introduce them. This is Mayor Mike Arnold, Republican elected mayor of the city of Blanco in Texas. And this is Jeff Gibbs, filmmaker, prominent filmmaker from the US. Now, the thing is, when all of this information about a Christian genocide in Nigeria began, actually the first mention of that started on September 26th. I just reached out because the feeling back home is that it was an agenda against Nigeria, it was propaganda against Nigeria, it was to undermine Nigeria. But I just felt that the people who were saying these things, they meant well, and the reason why they were saying it is because they did not have the right information. And so before they came here, the fact finders actually briefed Senator Ted Cruz and Congressman Chip Roy, and when they go back, they will be taking the truth to the American policymakers. Now, without further ado, I'm going to hand over the mic to Mayor Mike Arnold.
I do want to give you clarification on a couple things. I've been a little bit rushed. I'm Mayor Mike Arnold, like Good Luck Jonathan is President Good Luck Jonathan. I completed my term a few months ago. I'm not the current seated mayor of the city of Blanco. I just didn't want any misunderstanding there. I am not a personal friend of Ted Cruz. I met him once about 10 years ago when I at an event and he was going down the line and I shook his hand. So I know people in his office. But I'm not a personal friend. If any journalist wants to dig deeper, I'd be happy to make personal connections with any of my sources. So you can, if you don't trust me, maybe you can do your own digging. That's what I encourage everybody to do. Don't ever take anybody's word for anything. Don't ever, specifically don't, if it's in the Nigerian newspapers, no offense to anybody, but there's oftentimes twists and turns there that don't line up with reality. Do your own homework, do your own research, search your own soul, and always seek the truth, because that's what's sustainable and that's what always wins. The truth always wins. I am going to quote, not a journalist, but an authority apparently. How to identify a hypocrite. Their voice is so loud, condemning injustice against Muslims in USA, yet very silent in condemning genocide of Christians in Nigeria. And that person that said that a couple years ago was Reno Omokri, and he's multiple quotes, tweets like that. He made this a very big issue about Christian genocide in Nigeria not that long ago. And according to all the observers and all the organizations and watchdogs, they say it has not improved, that the death toll is higher. So I don't know what's dramatically changed, that he was adamantly, repeatedly calling it a Christian genocide in Nigeria. The only thing I know that's changed is the administration and his employer. So.
Sorry, employer? I don't have an employer. I think it's disrespectful to say that. I don't have an employer. However, that was under the Buhari administration, and under the Buhari administration, as well as you all know, I was in opposition to that administration because the president had made a statement, and that statement, and I'm going to quote that statement verbatim, where he had said that those who gave me 5% of the votes cannot be treated the same way as those who gave me 97% of the vote. And then that particular statement that you made was made after he made a statement that he will treat a particular section of this country in the language that they understand. And as a result of that, Twitter, now called X, what they did was that they deleted that post, and the Nigerian government retaliated by shutting down Twitter in Nigeria. So it was a response to that.
Now, These guys are going all out after that is position to drag this man, Arnold, to the mud by publishing this kind of articles on Nigerian media space, sponsored from people you already know.
This is for President Tinubu. I have an idea for you, sir. The truth's coming out about the U.S. involvement in the launching and fueling and hiding of the whole humanitarian crisis driven by Boko Haram and other groups. But here's the deal. You have a deal maker in the White House now, and a man who's really trying to do good and right the wrongs of this country. I know the average Nigerian street vendor is a better deal maker than most Americans, but Donald Trump's a good one. And here's what I would propose you do. First, come out, expose everything you know about this to the light, and then make a proposal to Donald Trump. Say, sir, y'all did this, we will forgive you, but you need to come and help us fix it. Call on the U.S. to drive out all the insurgents, bring justice, resettle and protect the IDPs, bring restoration and justice. The United States, working with you, can do this, and we can do it rapidly. And then, two, put in safeguards to ensure that Nigeria's autonomy is always protected and respected. Nigerians left to their own devices can do wonderful things and build a great nation. It's a lot of the foreign meddling that causes these problems. Let's put an end to that. You and Donald Trump can do that. And finally, let the United States have first shot at your minerals, but do it in a way that's guaranteed to be clean and above board, corruption-free, and the benefits of it go directly to the community and not to the corrupt few. Donald Trump is a deal maker, and that's a good deal for you, and it's a good deal for us. I would encourage you to reach out to him and do it. We can fix this together.
Now, what the man said, what actually is wrong with that? He is giving a candid advice. If you like, you take. If you not like, no take. Eh? And they are now capitalizing on, so it is all about resource. It is all about, all of these Westerners, Americans and Europeans coming like forming savior to Africans. They are nothing less than opportunists who wants to, it's all about African people's resources. And what about it? The man said a very simple thing. Since all of the exploration have been happening, what have the host communities of where these resources are taken from benefited from it? Nothing to show for it. And this man is advising you, as long as these resources, if given to the Americans, or do you want to give it to the Pakistanis, or do you want to give it to Boko Haram? Of course, they have been taking it behind the back. We all know all of those things. All of this, why that this terrorism is happening across the north, don't you think that it is sponsored by powerful elements and people in government to exploit these mineral resources, and at the detriment of the people, including even the South? What has the host communities of all these where all these mineral resources are taken from, what have they benefited? Nothing but death, pain, and sorrow. And somebody is giving an advice to people who will never take it. They want to use the man, but the man run them street and expose them. Well, they are trying to drag the man to the mud. I believe Nigerians, you are not stupid to believe them, because Nigerian media is what it is. I'm also the Peters. On this platform, we say it the way it is. We don't look anybody face. Reno Omokri. Now you take your hand, buy bad market for yourself. Posing as the brand ambassador of Nigeria, selling bad governance, bad market. That is what it is when you try to market Nigeria to the world. Well, let me have your take on this. Master General Peters, your advocate for good governance. Help me share this video if it resonates with you. Bye-bye for now. UGN, uniting the people for good governance.